Welcome to Body Health Nexus channel, Smart Wellness Solutions, your trusted source for navigating health and wellness in your golden years. So you're picking healthy foods, counting every single calorie, maybe even destroying it at the gym. But that number on the scale just won't budge? It's insanely frustrating, and trust me, so many people go through this. But what if I told you some of those good-for-you foods are actually secret agents working against your weight loss goals and you don't even know it? Today, we're exposing 10 common foods, and a lot of them have this health halo, like a saintly glow that tricks you, but they might just be why your weight loss has crashed into a brick wall. Get ready, because a few of these 10 foods are going to blow your mind. If you really are not lazy, watch this video until the end to lose your weight more effectively. First up, that seemingly innocent flavored yogurt always pushed as a healthy probiotic-packed snack. Perfect for a quick breakfast or a light dessert, right? Wrong. The huge issue with tons of store-bought flavored yogurts is their shockingly high sugar content. Seriously, flip that container over and check the label. You might find as much sugar as a candy bar. All that sugar sends your blood glucose to the moon, which then triggers a massive insulin release. Think of insulin as the traffic cop for your body's energy. When there's a sugar flood, it directs a ton of that sugar straight into fat storage. So those sugar rushes are basically screaming at your body to lock fat away, not burn it. Plus, that sugar high often leads to a crash, like a roller coaster taking a nosedive, leaving you starving and craving even more sweets. It's a vicious cycle that absolutely destroys weight loss. A 2025 study even found that people who ate high-protein yogurt daily saw more fat loss. That just proves how critical picking the right yogurt is. Instead of grabbing those fruit on the bottom or vanilla-flavored types, go for plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt. It's loaded with protein, which helps you feel full and keeps your muscle. Then, you add your own fresh berries or a dash of cinnamon for natural sweetness. You're in control of the sugar. Next on our list, fruit juices. And yes, even the ones labeled 100% pure or not from concentrate. You might think you're making a super healthy choice with that glass of apple or orange juice, but these drinks can actually be terrible for your weight loss. The main problem with fruit juice is that it's basically fruit with its most valuable weight management tool. Ripped away, fiber. Fiber is amazing. It's like the speed bump for sugar absorption, slowing down digestion, keeping your blood sugar stable, and making you feel full. Without fiber, you're just getting a concentrated blast of fruit sugars, mostly fructose. This liquid sugar gets absorbed super quickly, causing a rapid spike in blood sugar and insulin, much like sugary sodas do. It's a sugar freeway with no off-ramps. This can make you feel hungry again, crazy fast, and over time, it can lead to weight gain. In fact, research in JAMA Pediatrics linked drinking 100% fruit juice daily to weight gain in children and even some adults. One study pointed out that a glass of orange juice could have the sugar of about 3 oranges, which you can chug in minutes, leading to way too many calories and those insane blood glucose spikes. So, instead of drinking your fruits, eat them whole. A whole orange or apple gives you vitamins, minerals, and that crucial fiber, which will keep you satisfied longer and be much kinder to your blood sugar. If you're thirsty, water is always your best friend. Next, granola and granola bars. They've done an amazing job marketing themselves as the ultimate health food, perfect for a quick breakfast or an on-the-go snack. But, if losing weight is your goal, you need to be seriously picky here. Many granolas and granola bars you find in stores are surprisingly high in calories, added sugars, and not-so-healthy fats or oils. What looks like a small, healthy serving can actually pack a serious caloric punch, sometimes like a candy bar in a healthy-looking wrapper. It's easy to eat several hundred calories without feeling very full, especially since the serving sizes on the packages are often way smaller than what people actually eat. It's like they're written for mice. All those added sugars, think honey, syrups, or different kinds of sugar, cause blood sugar spikes and then crashes, leading to more cravings. While some studies do suggest that pre-portioned foods like granola bars might help manage weight if the ingredients are healthy, many of the ones you see on shelves are far from ideal. Some granola bars, even those with added fiber like oligofructose, haven't shown huge differences in weight loss compared to other bars in studies, though they might make you feel slightly less hungry. If you love granola, think about making your own at home. That way, you control how much sugar and what kind of fat goes into it. Use whole rolled oats, nuts, seeds, and a little unsweetened dried fruit. For granola bars, really check those labels for sugar content and ingredient quality, or even better, grab a piece of whole fruit and a handful of nuts for a snack that's more nutritious and less processed. Next, Instant noodles and white pasta are super convenient and affordable, making them staples in so many households. But when you're trying to lose weight, these refined carbs can be major roadblocks. White pasta and instant noodles are made from flour that's had its bran and germ removed. Those are the parts with most of the fiber and nutrients. Think of them as fast-burning kindling for your energy. They ignite quickly, causing a fast rise in your blood sugar levels. And that quick spike is often followed by a sharp drop, which can leave you feeling hungry again super soon after eating, as if the fire just went out. This makes it more likely you'll overeat later in the day. Plus, these foods are usually low in protein and fiber, two things that are mega important for feeling full and helping with weight loss. Some studies have even linked eating a lot of refined carbs to a higher risk of weight gain and conditions like type 2 diabetes. Now, pasta itself, especially if you eat it in moderation as part of a balanced diet like the Mediterranean diet, isn't automatically fattening and actually has a lower glycemic response than some other refined carbs. But the typical huge portions and the refined white versions most people eat can be a huge issue. Healthier choices include whole wheat pasta, which has more fiber, like a slow-burning log for your fire, or pasta made from legumes like chickpeas or lentils, which also give you a good protein boost. Zucchini noodles or spaghetti squash are fantastic low-carb, high-fiber alternatives that can be just as satisfying. Grabbing a diet soda or an artificially sweetened drink might feel like a smart move when you're cutting calories to lose weight. Zero sugar, zero calories. Sounds perfect for a diet, right? Well, it's a bit more complicated than that, and these drinks might actually be doing more harm than good. Research suggests that artificial sweeteners can mess with your body's natural ability to manage calorie intake. It's like they cry wolf to your brain. You taste something sweet, your brain expects calories like a guest arriving for dinner. When those calories don't show up, the guest is a no-show. It can lead to stronger cravings for real sugary, high-calorie foods later on, as your brain feels cheated. One study even found that people felt hungrier after having a drink with sucralose compared to a sugary drink or just water. Plus, there's growing evidence that artificial sweeteners might negatively affect your gut bacteria. Imagine them as tiny workers in your digestive system. These sweeteners might disrupt their work. The World Health Organization even put out a guideline in 2023 advising against using non-sugar sweeteners for weight control, mentioning potential long-term health risks and no long-term benefit for losing weight. Some recent research even links drinking a lot of diet beverages to a higher risk of diabetes. So, instead of diet sodas, drink water. Plain or jazzed up with fruit like lemon or cucumber. Unsweetened herbal teas or sparkling water can also be refreshing, calorie-free options without those potentially tricky artificial sweeteners. Lots of people switch to non-dairy coffee creamers, maybe thinking they're a lighter or healthier choice than traditional dairy, but these little additions to your morning coffee can be secret weight loss wreckers. The trouble with many non-dairy creamers, especially the flavored liquid and powdered kinds, is what's in them. They're often loaded with added sugars, unhealthy fats, including hydrogenated oils, which can have trans fats, artificial sweeteners, and a bunch of other artificial ingredients and thickeners. These ingredients add empty calories to your coffee, like paying for a full tank of gas, but only getting fumes. You get the bulk, but not the useful energy or nutrients. Those few splashes might not seem like a big deal, but if you're having multiple cups of coffee a day, the calories, sugar, and unhealthy fats can really add up, stopping your weight loss and possibly even causing inflammation. Even the fat-free or sugar-free versions can have artificial sweeteners and other additives that, like we just talked about, might not be great for weight loss. Always check that nutrition label. A healthier way to go? Use a splash of regular milk, dairy or unsweetened plant-based like almond or soy milk, or even try to enjoy your coffee black. If you really need some creaminess, a small amount of half and half or whole milk is often a more natural choice than those highly processed creamers. Healthy baked goods, like bran muffins or some whole wheat breads. Okay, this one can be really tricky. You see words like bran, whole wheat, multigrain, or low fat on muffins, breads, and other baked goods, and you instantly think they're a good choice for your weight loss diet. Sadly, many of these store-bought, healthy baked goods are often like wolves in sheep's clothing. Not much better than the regular versions, and can be packed with hidden sugars, refined flours, and unhealthy fats. A big bran muffin from a coffee shop, for instance, can have hundreds of calories and a shocking amount of sugar, sometimes as much as a dessert. Even some whole wheat breads have added sugars, and multigrain just means it has more than one type of grain. Those grains aren't always whole grains. It's like a fruit salad that's 90% melon, not quite what you hoped for. Refined flours, even if they're mixed with some whole grains, can still cause blood sugar spikes and crashes. And the low-fat versions? They often pull a switcheroo, making up for the missing fat by adding more sugar to keep the taste and texture right. The key here is to become a label detective. Look for 100% whole grain as the first ingredient, check the sugar content, especially added sugars, and watch your portion sizes. Even better, try baking your own healthy muffins or bread at home. That way, you have total control over the ingredients using whole grain flours, natural sweeteners sparingly, and healthy fats. Or you could just go for naturally whole grain options like a bowl of plain oatmeal with some fruit. Store-bought salad dressings and sauces. Salads are awesome for weight loss, right? Full of nutrient-packed veggies. But the dressing you pour all over it can quickly turn your healthy meal into a calorie and unhealthy fat disaster. Like a Trojan horse filled with unwanted calories sneaking into your healthy fortress. Many store-bought salad dressings, especially the creamy ones like Ranch, Caesar, Thousand Island, and even some vinaigrettes, are loaded with hidden sugars, unhealthy fats like soybean oil or other refined vegetable oils, tons of sodium, and artificial ingredients. Just 2 tablespoons of some popular dressings can add over 150 calories, and a hefty amount of fat and sugar, basically wiping out the benefits of your otherwise healthy salad. And those light or fat-free versions? They often compensate for less fat by jacking up the sugar content or using artificial sweeteners and other additives to make them taste good. It's like fixing one problem by creating another. It's a similar story with many store-bought sauces like barbecue sauce, ketchup, teriyaki sauce, and pasta sauces. They can be surprisingly high in added sugars and sodium. Always read those nutrition labels carefully. Look for dressings with short ingredient lists, made with healthy fats like olive oil, and low in added sugars. Try to aim for less than 5 g per serving, and sodium. The absolute best option? Whip up your own simple dressing at home using olive oil, vinegar, balsamic, apple cider or red wine, lemon juice, and herbs. That way, you know exactly what's in it. Dried fruit, like raisins, dates, dried apricots, and mangoes, often gets a rap as a healthy, fiber-rich snack. And it's true, it does have fiber and nutrients. But it's also a very concentrated source of sugar and calories. When fruit is dried, the water is removed, which means the fruit shrinks a lot. Imagine a juicy grape shrinking into a tiny raisin. This makes it super easy to eat way more dried fruit than you would fresh fruit. For example, you might easily eat a small box of raisins, which is the sugar and calorie equivalent of a much larger bowl of grapes. You're basically eating a whole vineyard in miniature form. Some studies do show that people who eat dried fruit often have better quality diets and even lower BMIs, but this is usually when it's part of an overall healthy diet and active lifestyle, and portion control is absolutely key. Other research though points out that on days people ate dried fruit, their total calorie intake was higher. Plus, many commercially packaged dried fruits have added sugars or are coated in yogurt or chocolate, which bumps up their calorie and sugar load even more. While things like prunes have shown in some studies to help with feeling full and even weight loss when used as a replacement snack in a structured diet, this really highlights that you need to be mindful about how much and what kind you're eating. If you do choose to eat dried fruit, go for unsweetened kinds. Be really careful with your portion sizes. Think a small handful, not the whole bag. Treat it like a potent spice, not a main course. And ideally, pair it with some protein or healthy fat like nuts to help slow down sugar absorption. Generally, fresh fruit is the better choice because it has more volume and fewer calories for the same satisfaction. Next, high-calorie coffee drinks. That daily coffee habit, it could be a sneaky source of a lot of calories and sugar, especially if you're a fan of those fancy specialty coffee drinks from popular cafes. A plain black coffee has hardly any calories, like 5 calories per cup. But the lattes, mochas, frappuccinos, and other flavored coffee drinks can be absolutely loaded with sugar, syrups, whipped cream, and full-fat milk. They can often have as many calories as a dessert, or even a small meal. Think of them as milkshakes in disguise. For instance, a 16-ounce mocha cookie crumble frappuccino can pack around 480 calories and a whopping 55 grams of added sugar. Drinking these high-calorie beverages regularly can easily lead to a calorie surplus and totally mess up your weight loss efforts without you even realizing it. because liquid calories often don't make you feel as full as solid food does. They slip down too easily like stealthy calorie ninjas. Even adding what seems like small amounts of sugar, flavored syrups, or rich creamers to your coffee at home multiple times a day can add up really fast. One study even linked adding just 1 teaspoon of sugar to coffee daily with weight gain over time. If you're trying to lose weight, it's best to stick to plain black coffee or coffee with a little low-fat milk, or an unsweetened plant-based alternative. If you really enjoy flavored coffees, ask if they have sugar-free syrups, skip the whipped cream, and just be aware of the overall calorie count. So there you have it. 10 common foods that might be surprisingly messing with your weight loss journey. It's often not about totally depriving yourself, but more about making smarter, more informed choices. Like being a savvy shopper in the grocery store of health. Were any of these foods a huge surprise to you, or are there any others you found were holding back your own progress? Let us know your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We literally want to hear from you. Trying to figure out healthy eating for weight loss can definitely be tricky, especially with so much misleading marketing out there acting like a smokescreen. But by knowing about these hidden calorie and sugar traps, you can make better choices that really support your goals. Remember, knowledge is power. If you found this information helpful and you're looking for more tips to achieve healthy, sustainable weight loss, please smash that thumbs up button. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our future videos. Thanks for watching, and here's to your health.